Oi oi! Hello, welcome to the latest video. What we're doing today is we're talking about how to survive the cyclocross season. Now, unless you're a professional or a top rider, the chances are you're not going for the win. You're not aiming for a specific race to try and get on the podium. What you're trying to do instead is just complete the league, get a good position in the league and do better than you did last time, or just finish it if it's your first time. So I've got a little video, some tips that I've compiled of how to make it through a cyclocross season. Have a look through the original targets that you set at the start of the season. Chances are you're doing a bit worse or a bit better than you previously thought. So have a look at those targets and have a think about changing them, because you may well have targets that you're never going to hit, and that can be really demotivating. Or likewise, you might have targets that you've already hit and you're feeling a bit listless. So get that list out and think about changing a few things up and writing a new list. If you've been a bit overambitious, maybe come up with some easier targets to achieve to give you that positive feeling. Likewise, if you've been a bit too easy on yourself, now's the time to really motivate you to give that final push and really go for it at the end of the season. This can really give you the edge over your competitors who are likely flagging by the end of the season. TLC, tender loving care. It's what we all need and it's what we all want. Cyclocross season is so hard on your body and your bike. So take your bike to the bike shop and your body to the body shop. Look, don't go chasing waterfalls. Please just stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. I know you can have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. It's just my opinion. I'd strongly recommend that you check your bike for all the usual problems: bottom bracket, headset, chain, gear cables, anything wrong with the tyres. Give it all a really good look over, and if you're really struggling with that, just take it to the shop, because if you don't check those things you will get problems and you'll end up like this guy. Now my extra special tip is to buy a spare rear mech hanger, okay? Because when it gets muddy you're going to be falling off in races, and the chances are you're going to bend it, and you're only going to find out the day before your next race. So buy a spare rear mech hanger, that's my golden tip. So my next tip is to actually take a week off the bike. I know that sounds a bit scary. Your body's under such stress doing all these really hard efforts and races that sometimes the best thing you can do is just stop, sit back a little bit, maybe have a look at something else to do, and just let your body readjust. And then when you come back after a week off, or even 2 weeks off, you'll feel so much better and you'll feel reinvigorated and your body will be ready to fight again. Perhaps you've got an old hobby. Perhaps it's just that very good dog that you need to spend time with. Or maybe it's time to try a new hobby. Just branch out. If the idea of taking a week off training makes you feel too guilty, well, maybe try just changing up your training. One thing that I like to advocate at this time of year is switching to technique training. As the weather gets worse and it gets slipperier and muddier, the benefits of technique really come into play. So if you're feeling a bit tired, but you still feel like you want to go out and train, maybe go out and do a technique session. Head to the park with some cones, practice riding around corners, riding downhill, remounting, dismounting, all that jazz. The biggest benefit is it's less tiring doing a technique session. So you put in less effort, but you get just as much reward. Then the other thing is it's just a lot of fun. So if you're feeling a bit demotivated, a bit tired, get out there and just ride around corners in the park. Loads of fun, and you'll really benefit in these slippy races that you've got coming up. So, my cheeky extra tip is diet. I would recommend that you increase your fat content over winter. Have that peanut butter in your porridge, the avocado on toast, the massive tub of Ben & Jerry's, whatever takes your fancy, whatever method. Put a little bit of fat on and it'll help you in a couple of ways. It'll help you stay warmer, because going out and training in winter is a difficult affair, okay? And the other thing is it should help you fight illness, and if you get ill you should be able to recover a little bit quicker. If you're racing all season, all winter, then you really are running this sort of tightrope of illness and fitness. And I've quite often got ill myself because you push yourself just that little bit too far. You're damn right it's competition time. Now, I promised in the last video that we would have a competition to win this lovely keyring, okay? Now that's right, it's a chicken dinner's keyring. So the question is, I quote a song in this video and I want you to tell me who the artist is and what the song is, okay? Answers below please, and I'll pick one at random and they'll win this lovely keyring. Now thanks very much for watching, I really appreciate it. I hope you've maybe learnt something amongst all this nonsense. Please click subscribe, new videos coming out next Friday and every Friday. Nice one, au revoir!